PR and Slend dominated show. Torsen wasn't really super evolved.
Yeah.
But I think we're going to get more out of him in this series today. But look, we're already live. Holy, we're in. Pissed around live on Anubis. And it's off to a rip-roaring start. Yeah. Straight in through the window, into a B split we go.
GamerLegion not slowing down, even though they meet some resistance. Dink in the corner, they chase him down. Nice kill. Also with the plant. Legacy locked out of this site. This is going to be an interesting game because I want to see if GamerLegion have some surprising strategy on this T side, some cool ideas. We know they have some tactical masterminds in this team. Legacy, it's their pick. They've got to prove it on this CT side. GamerLegion getting jiggles, but we're running out of time here. They've got to get these kills quick, and that should seal the deal. Sad's in 1v3, looking for exits. Playing very late. And we'll get nothing from it. PR with a double, and GamerLegion with a pistol. Ash is loving it. Of course, GamerLegion picking T-side again.
Well, so
great half to get warm on as well.
Yeah, something that's interesting about this map, right? For Legacy, it's kind of their go-to, right? They play this one a hell of a lot. Their track record here is good. GamerLegion, meanwhile, have only played it twice this year. They've had one loss. That was to Hester.
Oh, well, doesn't count.
But one win. That was over Spirit at Katowice.
Any game against Hester doesn't count, win or loss. We just ignore that game. For obvious reasons. So they've had one game this year against Spirit.
Against Spirit, and so they won.
Also kind of, I'm not going to say doesn't count, but, you know, fair enough for losing. Well, they won.
They won.
They won.
They won.
How did they do that? What score?
13-11.
Blimey. I mean, don't get me wrong. Spirit's like outwardly disliked map.
Walking on up. This mid-lurk still not known about. So they're going to play right through the smoke. Might not even be needed because of the success out of Torsen. Yeah, Rez will eventually get to play his hand. That's the round. It's already over. There's kind of no attempting this now if you're Legacy.
I really like that for GamerLegion. They just take mid, they smoke camera, and then they wait. And Legolas will have to make a move.
What about Gimli? What's Gimli doing in all this?
I haven't watched this. I can't make any jokes. You know this. But we have to see like a B main push or an A main push from that.
Because if you don't, you end up Aragon.
Exactly. That's what the papers are saying, Harry. You can't always trust the media.
This is his map, bro.
Okay.
It reminds him of Oakland all those years ago. Not that this is how Oakland looks.
Not yet. Oh. Nice nades.
Okay. Good stuff to find PR.
Can they get him out? There's a bit of a gap. Oh, he's playing with them. That's more like it. Legacy make a move. They make something happen, but they're still losing on the other side of the map in this walk through the smoke. Oh, this is crazy. But they've got two players. Is it crazy with two players? Probably not.
I mean, look at the pressure Satin's feeling. Wrapped on by ZTR and Rez. Slend is still picked up in the meantime. That was the bomb as well. Getting away from GamerLegion. Legacy making these moves, make the round happen.
That's more like it. They don't just sit in their bomb site. Obviously, that was more of a split you're calling on the fly off the back of, hey, they're 3B. They've just made a play. Let's try it. We've got this mid-controller. Let's try and take A.
Something Legacy should feel comfortable in bringing to the table, right? Like the one edge they 100% have over GamerLegion here is they just have so many more reps on Anubis. And so they should have a lot of kind of cool ways to try and go about some of this early CT aggression, what with it being such a backbone of the map. Not even early, you know, like just mid-round CT aggression even. Ooh, Rez, sorry, bro. Doomow's got your number. No, he don't!
Oh, yeah, I don't know. He was in the smoke. He had to come through. I'm gonna let it breathe. Oh, Rez. Almost had that kill. Two players at B. Once you get that info, that could let you just split this A site quickly. They do get the info, but Legacy move immediately. They realize that this info is going to be played with by GamerLegion. Can they stop this attack? Orb smoked out, and that might be your only chance. GamerLegion tactically very sound right now. That's a huge kill, though. That will let them give it a go.
I don't know if you do though, right?
No,
like,
it's hard.
There's so much ground to make up here. You don't know how deep they are in main. You gave up camera and even all of mids. Now you'd have to recommit there. Legacy still floating around on the exterior, but I think this is just to do damage to GamerLegion. They're going for a last-second attempt at this retake. It's admirable.
They can't win.
But yeah, there is no winning this.
I mean, damage, sure, but like they were looking like they wanted to go for the round.
They haven't had that third man to help out in the pushes, and the one round that they have is when they started 3B and they went aggressive through B main. This time, at least, there's been no early deaths, but there also isn't any sign right now that Legacy are moving into a position to go and get information. Instead, they've kind of eased back into this very passive 2-on-2, playing within the sites, holding onto the mid-wrap, but they will find Rez on his aggro path through middle. GamerLegion have already launched the B offensive. All the util is down, and so they kind of want to go here. They're playing through the main smoke, getting into the site. Locks up on the boost is held. PR considers it, and that will be the plant for GamerLegion.
That's a desperate boost play, man. They should have just called it off. They should have realized it wasn't working, and that extra jump just to get info gives the info the other way. Nice smoke from GamerLegion. You know how they made it here from a 4v5, but PR is putting on a masterclass. 2 kills, player down low, trap back sight, and he's going to go for it on this smoke fade. They're all going to fight together. It's their only choice, their only option. The player's still on default. Legacy don't know, and they won't until it's too late. This time is ticking. Slent hit 2 more, and Sadzen gets run down. That's a beautiful round for GamerLegion. It's where you love a flank in that moment. Even just one
and so
flank.
if the A players kind of started getting moving a little bit sooner, now trying to compensate for that in the follow-up round with some aggression out through main, but this is good. They've gotten past Torsen.
I'll say this, it's clear Legacy have done some prep, or this is just a crazy read, because they keep walking under Torsen. They've done it like 3 times. They keep getting below this guy. Look, back's turn. Free kill for Sadzen. He even gets out.
He gets out.
So Upgrade can tell his team he has all of A, forces GamerLegion into this B site. Wait, why are they rotating A?
Why is
Dumao
this and Dumao on it?
Run!
Get away! Go! Lato's saying, guys, they're all here! Oh, and PR, the entry beast, 2 quick kills, gets out of 1 HP. That's a plot. 2 versus 5 for GamerLegion. Orb scoped up down in lower. It's Slend and PR. Both these guys having a phenomenal tournament. Slend hits the no-scope. PR at 1 point of health is still finding kills. These are the 2 players in the GamerLegion jersey you've got to be able to stop. For Nissim now, that is a 1-man task. Back turned. PR's been at 1 HP since he took his 2nd fight in this round. And he's looking for even more. They're trying to take this one at a time. They know the pressure's on for Nissim, and he can't win this. That's a 2v5 from GamerLegion. PR puts up 3. Slend hits a no-scope down in dark, and the score keeps building.
Yes, they are doing that, but they're also playing default at the start, and I think they're calling, okay, we play this default and we end B. They're calling like where they want to end from very early in the round, and they're still covering all of the maps, so you can't just make an A main push where you actually can sneak under Torsen, but for the most part, everything is covered at the start of the round. Legacy, another aggressive play. It does net a kill. It comes at the cost. They get the A entry in the meantime. Big kill for Sadzen. He just has to peek it. He has to do something. Missed shot for Sadzen. They take the site. No way. Okay. Okay. I admire the attempt. But now maybe we have a chance for Legacy. Another climb up heaven. They saw him. They did see him, and they catch him as well. Slend in the clutch.
And he's going to try and put some distance between himself and the rest of Legacy, but Lato heard this and is 1 step ahead. He will be kind of on a similar timing to Slend on this temple push, but the molly's huge. Allows Slend to go for that bomb plant. There's no chance to contest this right now. Slend's broken up these fights. Seems aware of the presence of a CT player. That flash only serves to confirm it. Slend has the round laid out ahead of him, but Sadzen locks it in. 3 kills from the man.
Nice. Something where they just say, hey, Legacy have tried this B push twice over now. They've walked out A main a lot. We know we're getting fights.
You can kind of tell that's where they think the vulnerability is, because there's two players starting there this time in a different crossfire. It's PR and ZTR over towards B. And they're actually starting to work this fairly early. They held for like the aggression, but because that came through over towards A main, they feel a bit emboldened to start searching for peaks in B.
Dry fight.
And with good reason. PR.
Just 2-bullet.
Literally never heard of a flashbang in his life.
Just 2-bullet, kills a guy backside.
He's picked one up on off the ground accidentally. He's like, what is this? PR. Oh my god.
Oh,
brother's
dude.
cheating. Like, calm down here, dog. Zoom out, whittle down. They retrieved that bomb. They still want to follow through with this B play. One kill there, but a temporary kind of lull in the action. I wonder, right? There hasn't been many rounds like this for GamerLegion where they find one, they slow it right down. I wonder if Legacy... Oh, my god. Just gets deleted on the move back over now. Might not matter. Legacy are going to have to start pulling players around. They can't sit on their laurels here. They've got to move in towards this B site. Now a man down. Lux trapped in the connector. Sadzen on this rotate over will have a path out from Temple, but it's the only player with one laid out ahead of him. Flash to try and tee him up, but nothing found yet for Legacy, and it's going to be a long time coming before Lux gets to be involved. In the end, plays through the smoke with Sadzen finding one. Smoke down in main, but that does leave the spam as an option for GamerLegion. It's a wide defuse out of Nissim.
That's it.
And he's played that one well.
Super sick. They're spamming exactly on the bomb, thinking, hey, there's no way he can defuse this from any other position. Oh, yes, he can.
And I think that only further made them, you know, they thought he was defusing. Ooh. Okay, Legacy, come on. You got to give us your best pistol round. Whatever you've been saving, whatever you've been banking up, this is where you got to bring it in. It's 3 through dark fast, but triple main take for GamerLegion. They are very ready for this. Slend double kill. Bit of help from the rest of the gang now. Legacy become trapped, and they up and leave B. They don't want any part of this. The only downside is in the downtime, Torsen took A main.
Oh.
Here with the dual Berettas, he chews through Legacy.
Shows him how it's done.
And that must-win pistol round for the Brazilian squad comes up in favor of GamerLegion. Meanwhile, the rest of Legacy kind of tee themselves up over towards the extremities of this B side. They've got a player in main, 2 down in dark. They're pretty strung out right now, which is the one worry, and the only trade potential you had was Lux and Sadzen down in dark, and you just lost one of them. Sadzen wasn't able to trade it. And so that's going to force him to try and link back up with his teammate. But bro, Sadzen, everywhere he goes, his teammates are falling like flies. This bomb never feels comfortable. This bomb in danger of getting dropped. He had to win that fight on a Torsen.
Should be good.
The mid-split now links up with this A play, and so Legacy get in. They're still in with a chance in this round. Might be a man down, but they found the gap.
They're playing towards heaven, which, you know, while is confident and it's a hard choke point to get through, it could offer up kills for the GamerLegion to attempt this round. They fall out, probably for the best. Don't want to give GamerLegion road to run in this round. They're going to have to earn it. Moving in through camera side together. Sadzen gets a double. Still on the chopping block, but Rez headshot. And that will be PR saving, reasonable, given the circumstances. Legacy do find a 4th. Live to fight another round, and PR wants to take the guns out on the way. Great position to do so. And so this might be a very expensive round win for Legacy. Don't need to leave main. So good call to stay in this position.
Haven't seen the big Doomau round yet. Still waiting for it.
Yeah.
Feel like he would be a requirement in a world where Legacy wanted to even make this competitive. I think Sadzen's done a bang-up job of keeping them in it. Now we need the rest of the gang. That's all from Sadzen. More quick trigger work, but he is out of the round now. Nissim picks up a key trade onto Slend. And Legacy are home free on this one. It's another round racked up for the T side.
That's a cool idea, though. He did see in the water. Only going to come out. They know there's heavy cons. They're going to try and explode out B, and easily done. Armorless players with a hero AK. No resistance Right?
They're all really low apart from Nissim. Okay, that nade's done a lot of damage.
God.
So it should be fine. This should all be fine.
We might have seen a 1v5 USP Eco Ace if they kept fighting. That's crazy. They're all split, Harry. I don't like how split they are.
No, but they're going A. They let Nissim go, like, clear it, make sure he hadn't, like, instantly...
Wait.
Sadzin.
He's got it.
My God.
Yeah, he got blocked.
Dude, he was
Wait.
Oh.
What? What happened?
And Legacy won the round.
He crashed, but he planted.
Yeah, you could see he was playing off of a teammate's monitor. It was like the old school, like, a lot of other teams have taken it, given up middle, playing 2 in towards A to watch for mid and A main, but 3 players here. You really need that bomb to come to you. And when you know it, that bomb is coming to them. Legacy might play right into the hands of GamerLegion, and that could be a disaster. This comeback was coming through for Legacy, and as they try to carve their way in, are they ready for the third man? The third player, and Torsen tears the round away. 2v2 now, what might have been a certainty for Legacy if they dealt with him cleanly. Suddenly hangs in the balance. CTR from the heavens. Last man spotted, round robbed away. As Torsen sits in wait. It felt like it dawned on them.
CTR just plays his timing perfect. 2 backs turned. GamerLegion find 12 rounds. This is it, folks. The comeback for Legacy, almost thwarted by a tech, but in fact thwarted by GamerLegion. This might be the earned win they were grafting for. PR pushes B main, gets a kill and leaves. No response, no trade for Legacy. Satin against the other AWP. Nice shot. Oh, but he can't follow up. Torsen traded. Nade out of nowhere on the B bomb site. Everyone's dead. Suddenly it's just PR. Did I say just?
But the bomb is in spawn. Okay, thank God Lux locks that in. Woo. Like, where that gets weird is if Lux dies, there's no plant, and then PR goes, why haven't they planted? Pushes out B main and then has the bomb.
Seen that? Yeah. Seen that before.
That could have got weird, but thankfully you don't have to entertain it.
Some nice entries on A. Looking stressed is what I was trying to say. Crack in the neck, as Legacy are absolutely in this game now. 9-3 half, doesn't matter anymore. You got an entry in a key gun round.
Yeah, Legacy have an advantage.
Here we go.
Walk out through mid for Rez, and he's also got backup. Torsen.
Okay.
Oh, shoes on the other foot. This time it's Torsen. Oh, never mind. Oh, God.
He killed
and then, now they know that Rez was aggro in mid, and so that one's collected for free as well by the Sadzin AWP. Defense is split. ZTR and Slend between the A and B site.
Rough, very rough.
Oh, the big slowdown.
It's pretty large.
Hoping that CTR just fights them and kind of gives them the kill to win this round. He will give them the fight. There's the kill to win this round.
Yeah, Molly felt very important.
Ended up going 1 for 2 after that pick through mid. Nissim, the only man to die in the round, but his death was more than worth it. If Slend saves, you can look forward to a full buy in the next round, and it will have all the bells and whistles.
I was going to say, I'm running that molly every time. There's no way I'm not running that CT molly. T molly, different story. CT molly, free. At what point will the penny drop? GamerLegion playing unorthodox CT positions. They're going to get smoked out. We might be looking at a retake here in the final round of Reg.
Yeah, GamerLegion are teed up to play retake. They have been since the round started. Ollie to try and slow down, deny that bomb plant. They need the smoke open, hoping to catch the bomb crossing. Second molly goes in.
Nade.
Plant going down, and the molly missed its mark.
Yeah,
so that plant will come through. Still, man up for GamerLegion. Legacy embarked on one hell of a comeback to get within 1 round of extra time, but it might all fall apart. It might all come undone. Lux knocked out, and Legacy so close, but not meant to be. GamerLegion will be the ones picking up the dub on Anubis.
Little ZTR callback to the FURIA fail on the defuse, but he won't fall this time around.
Maybe Shadow Daggers. What the fuck is this? Nah, man. Yes, sir. That's my style.
I'm expecting another fairly close game here.
Sure. Although, GamerLegion want to bring a rambunctious pace into the B stack. 4 players on the CT side. Reed coming out for Legacy, looking good. They've still got to connect the shots. Nissim and Sadzin will, but they also fall straight after the fact. It's only 1 player in this site now. Good spam, but one more bullet would have done it. It would have removed that bomb plant during the animation. Now, GamerLegion more than favored. A 3v2 where they don't need to overplay. Smoke comes in. Don't know if there's a kit down, but they're on the clock.
Even a boost in at Banana. PR just allowed to play tucked as a result, right? ZTR kind of has his walk up. But PR, of course, you know, these are dry fights in the pistol round. He's going to take them every day of the week.
Yeah, not much to report. A lot of teams doing this. Sitting in Banana, often with the AWP, GamerLegion like to do it. Break the smoke. PR, out Boiler, out A. Oh, I was going to say he was about to win the round, but Nissim holds him down. Very important kill. Sadzin stops the mid-split, but him going back still opens up the path up short. GamerLegion take it. A shot presumably through the smoke, but it didn't look like it. Slend finding the
That was Slend who got that kill from short.
Oh, okay, my bad. Rez dead. Slend is in the site. Fake plant. Lato doing a lot of work alongside the AWP, keeping this round intact. And they're holding this position as well. Not going to happen. Felt like GamerLegion jumped the gun because PR called, hey, I got the entry, second guy's low, let's go for it.
In that position, PR's whole thing is being really, really good in the apartments. And so if Nissim is able to get him doubting that,
God, look how wide.
I think, look, there you go, more aggression to find PR this time in alt mid.
Good game plan, they flash Boiler.
GamerLegion don't often have to deal with this. PR does not usually get cancelled, at least not this early in the game. Usually he's found a lot more success before they kind of move him away from the apartments. This makes the 4-1s feel less effective for GamerLegion. Curious to see what ZTR cooks up. This time it will be a fast reaction on the B side of the map. There's only 2 players here for Legacy, but they're holding the line fine. It's that power couple of Lato and Dumao. Quick work made over the push. Only ZTR left. We'll get out with both the kills on the side players. Arm with an AK now. Lux lands the spam, and Legacy aren't worried. They tie this game up at 3-all.
Shame ZTR fell into oranges there. I don't know if he did it purposely or maybe he just couldn't hit the jump there, but... So quad A stands still and waits for this contact. GamerLegion walking out through mid. Lato avoids the wallbangs. They don't know about top porch. There's also a player under. Lato needs no support. 2 kills, and GamerLegion get turned to mud in middle. Stomping their boots in it. 4v3, low HP. GamerLegion. This round feels over. They still want to give it a try.
Oh, this is sad. They've seen like a heavy top mid setup, so PR feels like he has to molly Porch, but if he'd saved that molly for Pit, it would have been so valuable. He's not to
They've got
know
one
that,
more.
though.
They've got one more.
Oh, they
They
do.
picked it up.
Slen's been able to grab one. Okay.
Contact.
But it's contact on the walk up. 10 seconds here in a double pit setup. That should be the undoing of GamerLegion. No breaking through that.
Unlucky. 3 players on short side, right? Like, they know they can't long wrap at 20 seconds, so maybe some left to B, but at a certain point might just call for help just in case he gets popped. The whole map is quiet. Legacy are about to find out.
Yeah, Lato has just left, linking back up with his B teammate,
dear.
and the timing couldn't be worse.
AIDS.
Because it's right as GamerLegion explode out through top mid. That is a galvanizing round for GamerLegion. This game was very, very quickly getting away from them. Breaking through and a Tech-9 buy like that is a big deal for this GamerLegion T-side offensive.
Just makes all the difference.
5 alive round as well, so making a nice bit of change for yourself here. Aggression, maybe? They do the deep banana smoke, Molly ahead of it. Gonna have another clash in the apartment. Slend attempts the run and swing on the AWP. Ends up fed to Sadzin. They know that Nissim's usually the guy over towards the apartments. And so can expect a bit of a, you know, pit setup here after spying the AWP there. Now they've heard the M4. That's actually a lot of info, but might not help GamerLegion. They know that both players are lurking around the pit. Gonna go looking as Torsen. First kill connects. Not past him was Sadzin on the AWP. Can PR locate that AWP? In with the backstab now.
No idea.
Back turns to the AWP, missed shot from Sadzin. PR tries to put some distance between himself and Lato. He knows he's got one fight up close, but he just up and leaves. PR running this one home. Bomb on his back in the 1v3 clutch. This guy has been very impressive for GamerLegion across the tournament. Let's see what he can do in the 1v3.
Scarily winnable, but he needs to pick a good position, get spammed through the smoke while he changes angles. He can't make up his mind. Indecisiveness might let him down. He just tucks in the pool. Feel like he's going to get spammed here. Definitely cleared. 1v3 for PR on 40 health. He holds on the smoke push, and Lato stops him in his tracks. A nice try, a good escape that gives him a bomb plant. But winning that round without a decisive position taken, maybe that's the way in for GamerLegion. Mid-push, perfect time to call it. The last thing GamerLegion are thinking of, no one even looking at this. Oh, they see Sparrow. Whoa! Bailed out. Not for long.
That was weird.
Yeah, don't know
Weird
why he
from
jumped.
Rez. The jump, you know, I guess just accidental scroll, but even the recommit, like, into challenging top mid before he was ready, you know what I mean? Like, he was still kind of throwing off from the jump.
Oh, get out, yeah.
I think also we're kind of seeing PR for the first time in one of these games not feel comfortable in apps. He got bested here a bunch by Nissim. And in the last few rounds, he's had a couple of chances to be way more involved. He started the game 7-0 as well. I think it's important to bear in mind. Now 1-6 since that point.
He's dead.
Back turn, it's about to get worse for PR. B-play in the meantime into that Doomhouse solo hold, but he gets out with his one. He's done his part in the round. Now it's down to Torsen and Slen to try and clutch up for GamerLegion. They will get that bomb planted. Never allowed to get too comfortable here. Legacy already played through the smoke. They've crossed into pool.
Don't count them out. Torsen will need to get a multi-kill here, unless Slen steals it away. Backs into the site. Oh, through the smoke. Random shot for Lato. He's done a lot of those smoke kills, even from library side as well. Torsen needs to pick a player out early. They've got him cornered right now, and that's all the info. All eyes on Torsen. 1v3, not meant to be. Legacy, 7 rounds. Again. Bomb in banana. I want to see a B execute here. Push the AWP back and then go for a B hit, but Sadzin wants to force it. Slen feels like that's his first pick. All T side with the AWP. Not had many. but that's one of high impact. And okay, follow up, you just have to go now. Double entry. PR swings a little bit early there. His team aren't ready for him. There's a chance for Nissim to multi-kill, but he thought he finished his meal. He couldn't. And that should be GamerLegion finding a fifth right at the end.
Yeah, I mean, if this were around earlier in the half, Legacy wouldn't even be entertaining it. It's only because it's round 12 they're giving this one a go. Moving on through in the 2v4, locked out. Strong post plants for GamerLegion, massive advantage. There should be no world in which you give this one over, or it even gets close. Doom out, dead on the porch side, and so finally, bit of impact from the Slend AWP. PR getting away with a kill out of the apartments. Things come up for GamerLegion, and they will get that fifth round they were looking for.
They are going mid after all, into 4.
Oh, rough start, but they're going to try and play through the long smoke. With motor smoke in, this is a very cool way of using this util.
And Torsen's dead, so they've lost full B. He pushed the flank. They made it really seem like a fake out there into a short hit. That motor player runs back through that smoke, and Legacy just have this B site.
Oh, dink on a PR. This backstab getting locked out. Chased in the spawn. Our GamerLegion Legacy. I love that pistol round.
Yeah, you can see how desperate it makes GamerLegion to feel like they have to force the kills before the plant comes in. That's why they're running it down CT and just trying to peek the site as quick as they can.
It's so sick because they've used, you know, the standard kind of A exec util to open up a CT route to the B flank.
Yeah, they just
and
know
it's
the
like
reaction.
that's also so expensive as a pistol round in terms of the util commitment that when GamerLegion see long and moto smoked off, of course they think it's going to be the A commit.
And it's 4A, and they just run back through the moto smoke. Obviously, they just want numbers to fight in A together, but that was never Legacy's goal. I mean, this is going to be a very hard game to win for GamerLegion. It feels like it's destined to be Legacy's. Looking for 2 here, Doom out.
Oh,
that's really embarrassing.
Don't lose the round now.
That's really embarrassing.
Don't lose the round now. TK in the mix. Don't lose the round now.
Losing the round
AK
now.
picked up all of a sudden. Backstab in. Torsen fighting.
Oh, no.
Oh, God, the humanity. Look away.
Round now.
Look away. Now. Legacy. They left it all to the wraparound, but Doomau dropped the ball.
He didn't even get one, Harry. He didn't even get one.
He's burned through most of that now. Still has a smoke and a molly left. But won't be able to get it out in time. Doomau's even connected a lot of damage there through the coffins. ZTR feeling pressure to make a play, but the bomb's actually going back out through top mid. What? They've left this one down to the wire. They're going into a stack. The round's been lost on the back of this last-minute change. Bomb went back.
Oh, if they get away with that a few seconds earlier, they can win it. I mean, they got all the kills. That's the craziest part, but it's just a little too late in the round to make that move happen. And because they saved 2 guns, they're going to buy around it, which, you know, don't get me wrong, the buy is okay, but it's still 2 pistols, 3 guns. Oh, they're playing fast. If this doesn't land, they are in the hole.
Slend backs up.
Oh,
that's a convincing flick. Any more from the Slend Orb? No, he's put down after 1. Rez back on the line, on the angle. Able to keep this in the advantage of GamerLegion. Right now, PR is in hot water, though. Pinson it between the apartments and the long wrap. Torsen on the rotate over, spamming away, trying to tee up ZTR. He'll catch Nissim from the pit. This one ends 2v2. Retake on for GamerLegion.
It's back on.
Split the defense, they find Doomau, they know that Sadzin's here, trapped in the corner, trapped in a box. The molly has put him in this coffin, and Torsen takes him 6 feet under. GamerLegion, double digits locked in.
They don't give a second for Legacy to take positions in the post plant. What it does do is give Legacy a bomb down. They buy up once more. They go through the mid-smoke, that's too far gone. They are in the washing machine right now, banging their head on the metal. Was it a long smoke or was it a top mid smoke? Is that why they went for it? I didn't see the lineup.
I mean, no, it landed where the long smoke lands, but on the roof.
Oh, God, okay, yeah. Didn't see it. There was a smoke down in T-spawn as well.
Yeah, they missed all their util.
They missed 2 smokes, and then they pushed the mid-smoke. That's insane. Don't tell me they've got a chance.
That, like, cool, composed Legacy, a distant memory. Lato left up in the clutch here.
Rez needs a new mouse. He's scroll-wheeled twice now at the worst possible time. He just did
or
that
just
again.
less fingers.
Yeah, less fingers would do it. I know a guy. Like, that actually... This round would be over if Rez didn't scroll wheel there. He would have re-peaked faster with ZTR and killed both. But he gave his position away.
Also, Lato is having a really good game, and he's kept this up all map long. Like, if one guy could win this 1v2, in current form, you've got faith, it's Lato.
Slend, though.
His face buried in the monitor as he is locked in, focused in. Slend, wide out the apartments, knows he has him pinned. Trying to wait for Torsen, but also towing that line where he doesn't want to go down and leave this in a 1v1. The drop out of the apartments is mad, but Torsen will collect. Another clutch round picked up from Torsen.
Don't know what the call was there. Maybe the call was just go, Slend, go, I'll trade you. And Torsen creeps in, but my God, he played that so safe, which I like, and then he just threw himself around the corner. Luckily enough, that last player, Lato, had no idea, holding short.
Tucked neatly under their belt.
Yeah, a 2-0. Close maps. But that won't matter.
Oh.
Everything. Every
now they're missing every nade. And this is because Legacy are kind of crumbling. They can feel they are throwing this game. Everyone is aware of it.
Flash for the long side, and still ZTR doesn't turn away, so he gets that kill as Lato walks the corner. They just block. Peek behind that molly. Would be a bad move, but the nade.
He's actually cross paths with ZTR. This is weird, but I mean, the B play's coming in the meantime. Lux now is like confused by the real estate he managed to get a hold of. He will be backstabbing the backstabbers, but there's so little time left on the round. Dumao gets the opener. Slend feeling real pressured. 10 seconds as they break into the B site. Now that flank on these players in Banana is massive, and ZTR was blocked in the smoke. This is a mad round with a lot of timings being hit and missed by both squads, but in the end, it's to the benefit of Legacy. Rez 1 versus 3. And he might have some element of surprise still hanging around at Banana, but he can't go for this, has to back up. And so risking it now, I guess it makes sense for GamerLegion. They feel like they still have, you know, a round to play with here.
3 here, though. It's a lot of resources.
ZTR tucked in.
They're not ready for this. Oh, the spot as well. ZTR could just play in. He does. He sees him running back as well. Forcing the rotates. GamerLegion running back as Legacy take mid.
The thing that was awkward, though, was Rez was heading B to help with the aggression. And so he is also out of position here. Still, Legacy slow down. And this is really good awareness right now from ZTR. He was full committed on the pushback over towards A with the rest of his team, but midway through that move, he decided, no, they've taken the pace out of this. They've slowed the round down, and he gets back into the B site in time. Now he's called Torsen back on the rotate as well. Torsen will be the one taking first contact. And he gets deleted straight away. Now they learn about ZTR. Damage done on the smoke spam. ZTR falls. Rez tries to play his hand, coming through the CT smoke. Risks it all on that push.
Can't believe that.
Leaves PR and Slend in a 2v2. Now on a different day of this tournament, these two would have been the ones you were keeping an eye on here. PR started this map 7-0, now 11-13. It's been an astronomical slowdown. He's got Slend donning the CT AWP alongside him. If there ever was a time for PR to roll it back, show us what he's capable of, it's now.
Send the AWP in.
First kill comes through. Nissim was countering him all first half. This guy was his kryptonite, and that keeps up. Nissim.
Not how many of these on the T side. Legacy. Through the smoke and flash, perhaps something's being lined up, and Torsen dodges it and hangs around. He almost got 2 there if he kept shooting. Dumao was right behind in the open. ZTR finds 1, gets back into safety, still looks for 2 kills. Captain taking matters into his own hands. Legacy taking a lot of fights, and they're not going to stop. That bomb pushing ahead of the Molotov, burning out Slend. Very awkward as they both come running for kills. They both pay the price.
That was so rough.
Could have given it up.
But committed to the fight, and now it's another 2v2. GamerLegion, they made these ones close, but have struggled. They're going to try and put PR up on the boost.
Won't see anything here, surely.
Satin's the one down in the pool. You know who PR's going to have to beat if they get past Satin? He's got to best Nissim in that head-to-head, but no, GamerLegion, they're giving this one up. They don't like what they see. That's a 2v4 out of Legacy.
Out of Satin, really. Nissim played no part in it. It didn't need to. Both entries into that B bomb site. Swaps off the orb. But it felt like they were out of steam. At one timeout, by the way. They haven't lost a round since.
It's been very impressive to kind of dig deep and find yourself again after giving up such a rough round. Now this is nice aggression. We've seen them have these advantages before, though, and the rounds still get away from them. This is only a 3-on-3, far from safe for GamerLegion. But on a more limited buy, they've at least done a lot of early damage and struck some big names from the server.
Oh my god, he goes back for more. PR forces yet another kill in middle, and they gambled. ZTR was trying to play A. He might still have to. He smoked B, then rotated. Meanwhile, short control, taken fast. Legacy full blind, jumping in the air. Don't know where to look. Are they going to breathe? They should. They lost their window of timing. They lost the element of surprise. So back to Banana. Late in the round, 2-on-3. Can't just stick it. Got no nades, got to be manual with everything. ZTR waiting for the perfect timing. Oh, it's not a great plot for him though. Nade does nothing, they get control. Trades are key for GamerLegion.
PR's going to go first, and they will play to trade him. They've given him the MP9 low on health. The Rez needs this trade. You can't get lined up here. And they will find both. PR and Rez combine. The two that saved to bring these guns into the final round of regulation are the ones to walk it over the line and lock in OT. Yeah, neither squad burdened by money in this first purchase, so you've got everything you could possibly need. Flash in the mid.
Oh, dear.
They try to go back to the mid control, but yeah, timing off on that turn from the flash. And that's real awkward. And now the A site feels very, very boxed in. You've had to give up control over middle. Oh, all right. Finally, PR gets one back over Nissim. These two developing quite a head-to-head over this apartment's control.
No way, yeah.
Even more follow-up damage from PR. And you'd like to think he's already done enough here. Oh, that swing is wild.
Bit keen. He faked a drop, but they didn't fall for it. It's a different noise, ultimately. And that's the round. They get locked out of A just like that. PR makes a play on his own. Didn't want to sit in the pit, scared perhaps of utility, but that's all it takes.
You know, it's great when it plays like this, but it's like, I think the hallmark of the greats is even when they're just having an all-right game, they still find ways to have big impact, right? And I think there are times where, especially in this series, you've seen PR play with that confidence.
Satin going back for nades, I respect it. Gonna have to bring that bomb to Banana. We've got full control here. ZTR, the boost is so good. ZTR barely round the corner and he gets headshot through it. And Legacy haven't been jumping the gun in these last couple. They get the pick there, respect the smoke, and then they execute with every bit of utility. Torsen, though, forced with a flashbang from his teammate, still gets one. Could that be of any intrigue? It feels like Slend has to make a play. He can't play retake. He's got to go through. Oh my god, bomb cancelled, but trade allowed. Legacy hold the site still.
CT smoke's now faded, though, and there's no way to replenish that for Legacy. So this could be a way back in for GamerLegion. PR still a long way away as Rez chips another from the ranks of Legacy.
Don't know why it took
Very
so
little
long.
time left as they move into the site now for the Legacy squad, meaning temporarily PR will have a 1v1 available as they plug in those numbers, but he's got to play fast, he's got to play now, and he's missed that timing, he's missed that window. Now it has to be the 1v2 out of PR.
Doesn't know. either.
Gets the spot off on the first man. At this point, should have narrowed it down to where they can be, but the double swing out of Legacy will seal the deal.
You can't know what info, right, they have and what they're thinking. Maybe he's waiting for a lurker, but like when Slen kills the bomb.
PR pull a nade.
Oh, okay.
That was like the point, you know,
Yeah.
we were joking about it. It's like this guy doesn't use his nades, he just dumps them all at the start of the round so he can play with the gun out. I feel like in these clutch moments, you've seen him fiddling with nades, considering way too many options instead of just, you know,
Yeah,
that like pre-programmed flight path that it almost looks like he plays with usually. Fast play up through short though. Slenzorp fires off.
Close.
Missed shot. Legacy getting closer. Only one kill off of the orb. Here's Rez to hold the line. PR joins him. Lux left up in the 1v3 as GamerLegion try to cling on for their one round. PR caught out on an island there. Lux gets it down to a 1v2. Bomb dropped in front of him. GamerLegion gonna try and link up on the long side and heads up for Torsen there as he denies the clutch at a Legacy.
I got scared because Rez turned around to watch long because his teammate was running long. He thought it was an enemy. It was ZTR on rotation, and he's holding his teammate, and he got shot in the back in the 1v4. I thought they were going to lose off that.
Alongside Sadzin, both picking up the big green. Dumau's very much had a resurgence here, getting back to form on the second map, but no chance to play in this round. Instead, it's got to be Lato,
Oh my God.
and he doubles up.
What a flash.
Nearly 30 kills deep on Lato. It's time for him to have his defining moment in the map. Chance at the final. As Slend backs off after faking that bomb. Holding for a reswing. He knows that Lato's confident. He knows he wants to harass. These smokes fading. Angles are about to open to Slend, but time is not on his side.
Look at that position.
It's mad.
He's going to nade it. Oh, and they, right before the smoke is up again, bomb out in the open.
Everywhere you go, the guys who usually get the ball rolling and start these rounds are wounded. And so it's going to have to fall to what? ZTR, I guess. You could have Slend try and find something on the AWP, but he knows there were double AWPs in the last round. I think he's pretty nervous. They've had to swap the guns around. Everything is so far from ideal for GamerLegion in this round. And so this might be the beginning of the end of Inferno. Sadzin sets them on fire. 2 off the AWP. Looking for a damn near flawless close. Our Legacy in overtime. Just Rez left to beat, and he's been spotted. He'll get dealt with. Legacy lock this one in overtime.
Unbelievable tenacity from Legacy in Inferno. They lose one of the most painful rounds you could even conceive of. You think that's them done. Look at how paranoid he is. He's so confused why this site is empty. This is going to be a very interesting pistol. All of a sudden, Lux spotted. GamerLegion get that kill. They don't panic rotate. They still leave a player on the boost, but he's cleared out by Nissim, and now Legacy can hit A.
Dumau dead crossing, and these players that were all here, heavy, lean towards A. Well, they didn't get too far away.
Yeah. It's not the most helpful, unfortunately.
I mean, it's a jar that creates fire. Hugo, one of kind of cornerstones of civilization. I don't know if you can say it's not important.
What, jars?
No, combustion, fire, fire in a bottle.
So
but
like medieval wizard. PR, he's a bit of a wizard. Expelliarmus, Harry.
you can't just say the
No,
one.
I definitely can.
Avada Kedavra!
Manifest your destiny. Manifest this A hit. Fake on B has drawn one rotation, but they're running.
In they come. Slend. We'll get out of there.
Sadzin.
We'll plant the bomb.
GamerLegion.
On for the retake now. Util in. It is only pistols, but they're very, very cautious, aren't they? Now, sometimes you can be too cautious. Let's see. Oh dear. Oh dear.
Nice setup.
It's all gone wrong.
I think the best detail of that temple setup wasn't just the fact there were two players hiding there. It was Sadin fighting from big box with them. So he's not affected by the flash, and he actually gets a kill from that. He keeps a lot of the pressure on. Half-buy win for Legacy. Back in the game now, starting pretty early.
Take Util lobbed in from GamerLegion, but Legacy don't respect it. They play right through. PR got aggressive, is trying to live to tell the tale, but he can't get back in time. Doom out with a key trade there. What they might not be ready for is Rez now repeating the A main push. Doomao is still hanging around here, but it's a bit of an awkward balance trying to be struck. That bomb's been picked up and is going to go through heaven, I'm guessing, and link up in middle, and that's where Rez can win the round, getting activated on this A main play. Very nice idea from Rez, but horrible in the execution. He's missed that spray, and they get past with the bomb. Doomao now springs to life. And that's the round for Legacy, as good as done. Rez had it in the palm of his hands. It's a shame. He made the right play. Yeah. He made the right decision. But fumbled. He had to connect those shots. Come on, Slime, piece it together.
He knows. He just can't. As soon as he crosses, he's going to get peeked. So, got to save elsewhere. Cave is good.
Double kill from Doomao holds some promise, because up until now, I think he's been pretty middle of the pack at best across the series. If he suddenly comes to life, joins up with Lato, who's been really keeping up appearances, Sadson as well, I think has been great. That becomes a very threatening triple threat for the side of Legacy. And I think that will force Legacy into this B play. You don't want to go playing into the hands of the AWP in mid, who's rotating around towards the B side now, but as mentioned, they were set up to play retake on this side of the map, so at best, he can play the extremities. PR at least gets rid of Nissim in middle. But this retake setup will still lend Legacy a bomb plant to play with.
Off the side though, when the smokes fade very soon. Saturns trapped in. Doomao got spammed out, so this could go very wrong very quick. Good re-peaks, what on earth? 2-on-5, back to 2-on-2. Out of nowhere, Legacy land every single shot, and Lato follows up, leaving just Rez in the clutch. Back turn down on the ramp, but he can't finish his meal, and Lato puts on 3 with 2 from the AWP to pull a round out of nowhere for Legacy. And here on the third map, Legacy have taken the lead 4 rounds in a row. It's got the upset bell ringing right now. Or maybe that's the tinnitus, I don't know. Rez playing close, good move. Flash still hits him, but they feel like they have to go through this. I don't think they should. Everyone's here. Okay, sure, just shooting through the smoke. Okay. Flank dead as well. All of a sudden, the round is open, and Doomao is behind them. Oh, the patience is... You can't account for that, can you? You really can't account for that. He doesn't try and flank with 50 seconds. He just sits in red and waits for the kill to come to him.
Oh, not even the kill for Slen. Doomao. He goes aggressive up until a point, and suddenly he knows he holds all the advantages. The aggression can stop. He's got his real estate. And he's causing a lot of issues for GamerLegion. They're unable to rotate players around the map. Lux is having a very different game to the rest of his team. 0-6, but it hasn't been an issue. Lato's still keeping up his strong game from Inferno. That tag team of Lato and Doomao looking good, and then Sadzin kind of sprinkled in on top. As the AWP providing. This is looking very, very good for Legacy. Certainly all the win conditions getting met, but you've seen them fall down to these pistols once before. Nearly had dire consequences back on Inferno. This could be another one of these rounds ready to go against Legacy. The eyes are now on Lato as he attempts to ace clutch in the 1v3. Bomb dropped in main, smoke down. He can wait for that to fade. Don't know if he's accounted for them having a second smoke, but that's currently on Torsen, and he's the player trapped in Donut, so there isn't a smoke available for main. Lato can wait this out.
I just want info. Torsen jumping around.
I think he's trying to go main because he has the smoke. And the fact that Lato, after he makes noise, goes hunting for Torsen is actually giving him the timing to get back into main. Lato needs 3 instantaneous fights because he's about to get smoked off again. Has to play through that. First one lands. Lato, that is real close on the transfer. It's a nice try.
Yeah, you don't say, hey, this horse's teeth aren't good enough.
Yeah.
I don't want my
You
free
say,
horse.
thank you for the horse.
Yeah, but what if you don't want a horse?
And you'd say, why have you done this? I live in an apartment.
No, what I...
You've created a horrible, horrible situation.
There's no room for the horse. Take your horse back now.
Up. Torsen had to get all 3 there. As him falling with just the double has opened up the route to the plant. Lux, they are closing the gap on him. And finally, in one of these swing moments, Rez will convert the kill. Gonna go for the defuse, sticking it straight up. Nissim, just shy on the lineup, will drag it back over. Rez now dead. Slend hopping on that defuse. Nissim, 1v2 clutch is right there, but he can't find him. Slend snipes the defuse.
This is curious. This is like a double fake. I mean, the bomb can come in now. Dumao is solo playing while the bomb... Look at this fake. He's going to solo play, then they're going to hit B, then the bomb is going to come A. If Dumao can live, that's even better. Do they go for this B execute, or do they mid-round now? Because Dumao has so much space, he's not being challenged. He just sits on the bomb site. And GamerLegion, yeah, they find him. Now they realize, oh, it must be B. Look at these smokes landing at B. It's definitely B, guys. Definitely over-rotate. Oh, by the way, the bomb was in A from the start of the round, and they just walk into the A site contact. Okay, there's a missed smoke. That's a huge problem, the missed smoke. And now GamerLegion realize it's way too late. You gotta go. They're coming back in. What are they waiting for?
They don't have util to cut down any angles.
They just had to go.
I mean, they also didn't get enough info from Lato to tell them that players have rotated. But then I think, you know, what, you had that little fade to begin with? What was the point in doing all of this window dressing? They still get the plant, so let's go. Legacy locked in, play for the spawn. Sadzin will get past ZTR. They are already out through the temple. Lux turns to try and deal with him, but it's just Sadzin left in this, trapped at default. Nice. Nades rain in. Nice. And round secured. GamerLegion back in the lead.
Here we go. B-rush. You called it.
Yeah, and they started with fast rotates. 2 players watching mid, but from Red Room, they were anticipating the B hit. And that's really all it takes, right? You stop the first man coming through the util, or the first couple of players going through the util, and you've done your part in the round. The rest of the hit crumbles. The bomb was the second man in, and so Legacy, this might be screwed. I think it was the right call, given all the info they've had in the game up until this point, but for GamerLegion, likewise, I think it was obvious to them that that's how this final round would play out. And so down to the 2v4 now. Bomb at least retrieved, a bit of ground gained up the ramp side, but GamerLegion and giving up this space for free and with intention. They plan on playing in a little bit later. It's a retake setup.
They've won this, but I mean, with AKs, yes. With Galils, no. You can't even one-bullet people. You need to get multiple bullets connecting, and GamerLegion just have the manpower, they have the health, they run it down, and they win out the half 7-5.
I don't know if that's good.
You don't know if that's good?
No.
He's overloaded on nicotine.
I think he's like buzzing right now, but like not in a fun way.
Oh, okay.
In like the, ooh, my tummy feels upset.
Okay, they missed the Molotov.
Oh, and the whole room's spinning. They're freaking out. Into the push. Slend, though. Slend has restored a bit of normality with that double up. Oh, and Torsen gave the illusion he would get a kill. Oh, God, they didn't clear Doom out, but Slend is quick on the trigger. Making this pistol round happen for GamerLegion is Slend. Here's the fast rotate out of Legacy. 2 players round CC, and Slend with all 5 lights them up in the pistol. They will never leave the woods of bad money, right? Like, this is just kind of where they are now. At least till they break through GamerLegion's bank accounts and then can look forward to some cleaner rounds. And I think this is also where the very, very slow start to this game from Lux starts to matter a bit more, right? And Sadson, who was lights out, but mid-control taken for GamerLegion. That was what they traded PR for. They traded a man for control over middle. They're going to try and use this as their platform to hit the A site. Now, Doomau has gone aggressive in main, but very aggressive. So much so that he's not here to lend any helping hand to Nissim. Now, that can still work to his favor, but at this point, GamerLegion have to be considering that someone could be in main. They've learnt about Doomau, and they know they've brought him down low. Instead, they've looked further afield. It's ZTR in the red room, knocking out players in rotation. Lux, bottom of the board right now for Legacy. Tasked with a 1v3. Doesn't have the read that both players are back in Donut. Sure. Torsen hasn't been spotted. They know that ZTR's here. They just don't know where Torsen's gotten to. And so Lux looks silly, hunting, chasing ghosts. But he doesn't know where both players are. And so no choice but to save for Lux. He's going to run away with that AWP. GamerLegion up onto 11. Looking for a crushing defeat at the tail end of this series.
From a clean 4v5 as well, right? That's again, GamerLegion showcasing their ability to win these clutch rounds. And GamerLegion, the ego call, and I love it. So it's in here, though.
Oh, that orb that was saved forward, put to work.
Oh!
Charge from Nissim as well. Nets a further advantage for Legacy. And there's not a trade in sight yet. ZTR playing very, very late around this bomb plant. It was his mid-lurk in the last round that helped GamerLegion take it over the line, but this time it's considered. They've learnt their lesson. They flushed ZTR out of the back. Torsen and Rez, I wonder if they are just going to give this one up.
I don't know, because you have money, you'd almost rather do damage at this point. If you get like 2-3 kills, that's actually quite valuable. They've got a nade for this smoke, they got Molly for the bomb. Let's see if this is possible.
Oh, and Legacy even tapping it. I'm really worried that they've just lost this 5v2. They can't smoke that. They've tapped the bomb. They didn't commit to the stick. They clear everything. Time's running out now. GamerLegion, it's real close, but they don't attempt it. They don't go for it. They let Legacy have this one. My God.
Lucky.
Why was that so stressful?
Very lucky. Dude, if one player runs through the smoke, just running and shooting. Torsen just having a crazy map here, 19-7. Excellent game.
I think it's probably bad enough for GamerLegion. Is they're thinking, like, if we just mollied on the tap, we would have won the round.
Yeah, true.
Oh. 4v4 off the top of this one. Aggression met on the ramp. But the bulk of GamerLegion started off over here towards A. Oh, all right, Rez. All right, bro. You ain't got to do him like that. That was a very satisfying kill. Really, really clean.
He's not wearing his pajamas anymore, Harry. This guy sleeps in jeans. Ready to go. Oh, there's another.
And Rez is now saying, guys, I know you probably don't want to hear this, but I actually have B.
He's fired 7 bullets. He's got 2 kills.
They took a Rez to Oakland. Look at him go.
He's just going to kill them all. They're like, yeah, you just go, bro. We're ready to play off your info.
Just a concrete game from Rez, Goatland. Doom out.
That's good. That's actually that's too good. No one's going to get it.
They are still going into the double stack. Just don't lose this thing. Don't get 1v4'd by Sadzin. Don't get 1v4'd by Sadzin.
Easy. Just win.
Backstab in from Rez, the hero, the GOAT. The man of concrete himself, as GamerLegion now have ample chances to take this series over the line. Oh.
Still a decent smoke, sort of. Almost. Oh, through this.
Fine, it just doesn't like serve the purpose it's meant to, which is allow you to like push down ramp and fight lane.
Yeah.
Instead, you can sit in the smoke, but that's not the same thing, right? Like you're having to wait for the fade, and it doesn't put the same fear in the T's. They just sort of wait for it as well. It's not the end of the world, but it's also far from ideal in your last attempt at saving this series.
Yeah, it's feeling done right now. Ooh, close mid player is
Slam,
gonna
you
be...
freak. Why would you check that?
That's crazy, right? Oh,
This sim does a lot of damage there, but
take it.
only gets out with a 1. Still the advantage held by GamerLegion. Rez has decided, I quite like just going B on my own. You can understand how PR developed the taste for this solo play. But this time they'll go back and join him. And attempted a bit of a misdirection here, right? Last time you saw Rez this late at the B site, it was him there all alone. Well, this time the rest of the gang have moved in and joined him. Torsen is instead left to be that solo lurk. He's made it out through A, now on for the backstab. So that will play into the round a little bit later on.
Nice.
For now, Lux has complicated matters denying the plant. And he's actually getting aggressive, pushing into the site. Lux takes it one step further. Suddenly, Torsen being so far away is a big problem. Slend dead to the wallbang.
He's got to run.
And Torsen only just arriving. Decides to play it slow. The problem is they are expecting him to push through cave. And whether or not he came from A doesn't make a damn bit of difference to Legacy.
He still thinks they're long. I mean, he's saving. That's... They never saw anyone long. They never actually had any info on that. No, don't swing this. Okay, you're crazy. You kill the orb then.
I mean, ZTR's calling from the front right now. You know, he can call a B rush like this. He can call something more up-tempo. They've still got rounds to play with. This is the bomb with ZTR.
You got it, though. It's a bit insane. Oh, this could get weird. Missed shot, and Dumao follows up. Low health. Legacy on for the retake.
Losing the long control is a huge issue as well, right? That was the position that GamerLegion played for here with the lurk smoke in. It's the real estate they wanted to make this retake hard. Instead, the rest of the site should just crumble unless PR on the backstab. Tech9, we've been bigging up this guy all tournament long. He's the real deal. PR taps out 1. Now with a flash, tries to lend a helping hand to ZTR, who makes out with his first. PR still harassing, keeping the pressure on. PR will close. Him and ZTR combine as GamerLegion exit this series heads held high. One hell of a recovery to turn it around and take Ancient dominantly.